I'm nervous for you.
Ah! That does not make me feel better. Yay! More time! Hi, I'm Coach Marta, because I'm in my coach shirt today.
Yeah, and I'm Coach Jared, and I'm so pumped because a couple episodes ago, I challenged you to identifying whether Teacher Marta, even though that doesn't really come off.
That's weird.
It does come off weird. But
Yeah.
Coach Marta, you just taught a new class. You taught an awesome class.
Thank you.
So thanks for it. Marta, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about coaching and teaching and how moving forward at Myriad, it's always been, coaching and teaching is our product. That's always been a top priority for us. But that is something that we really want to put a lot of focus on right now, especially moving into 2025. And especially as we kind of focus in on what we do best. We coach, we teach you how to do yoga, how to do weightlifting, how to do CrossFit, and we want you to come in and have the best experience possible. So focusing on how to provide feedback and continue to educate everybody on our staff.
Yeah, so I've said this before to our entire staff, and I'll just say this to those listening right now, but in the world of fitness as a business, it is the only differentiator you can have because everything's been overall people, it's kind of the same. Our differentiator is going to be the coaching aspect of it all. And that's where 2025, our motto moving forward is going to be coaching/teaching, and we're going to get better at all of those things. We want to bring ourselves back up onto the podium. Back in the day, regionally, CrossFit Naptown was really well known for its coaching, as well as our other programs and Practice Indie, and we want to get back to that space to where we're really well known with that.
Yeah, because you can go to any facility and go do a group class. So it's the experience that you have with the coach that's going to make it different for you as an individual.
Commodity was the word I was looking for. Fitness has become a commodity with your F45s, your Orange Theories, your all the other things out there. And so to differentiate ourselves, it is coaching. How are we doing that?
We're doing it in so many ways. One thing that we're doing this quarter is we are challenging all of our staff to one of our values is being open and honest. And so with that value in mind, we're challenging all of our staff to attend other coaches and teachers' classes and to provide feedback after class. So just stepping aside for about 5 minutes and thinking of some nice constructive feedback that we can provide to our peers. That's one of the easiest ways to immediately get feedback and start to implement new things in the way that you lead a class. So we're challenging everyone to do that for each other, not only to give the feedback, but to receive the feedback as well, right? That's the second side of being open and honest and considering what they might like to implement into their classes or try a little differently.
I was thinking about this the other day. Imagine yourself in a business environment, working in an office, and you just had a meeting, one-on-one, or 3 people, 4 people, and at the end of that meeting, you then had to meet with that person and talk about, hey, what is something I did well? What is something I can improve upon? That's essentially what we're doing because our staff, those who are coaching classes, especially our full-time people, them coaching is the product, again, coming back to that, as well as just like someone in a business setting, them having a meeting is, a lot of times the product of what they're trying to produce. So it's something that's really interesting to me that after every single coach class, we're asking our staff to get feedback.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, we just did it.
Yes, we did. How did that feel for you?
It was great. I appreciated having feedback.
Love it.
I am a new-ish CrossFit coach, so I always want to hear things that I can improve upon.
Love it. Another piece of the puzzle, leadership program. We've talked about this before. Can you share just briefly what the leadership program is and how that's going to improve what we're doing?
So we're taking 7 individuals through the leadership program. We are training them in the ways that we feel are the best ways to be a coach within the fitness space. It's over the course of 11 weeks, lots of practical application. And the idea is that hopefully some of those individuals may become coaches on our staff. So we're trying to train people to coach in the ways that we want them to be trained. It's really hard to hire people in this industry, especially people that want to stick around, but we thought what's better than to look around at the people that are already coming here that fit our culture really well, and they're stand-up individuals. So We just have to teach them the coaching part, which we know they can do.
Yeah, super pumped about this group, and I think the graduation is first week of December, somewhere in that range.
Yeah,
and,
13.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of in-person sessions, and it's been absolutely fantastic to see the passion they all have for potentially being coaches with us.
Yeah.
Another opportunity is player coaching. So you have probably seen, or you will see, a lot of staff, a lot of coaches, believe it or not, actually enjoy what we do, which is why they coach here. That was kind of a joke. And so at 5:30 a.m. class, it's not uncommon to see 5 different coaches from Myriad in the same class. And so what we're starting to do is being a little bit more intentional of allowing those coaches or asking those coaches to player coach. And player coaching means essentially they are taking class, but if they see a member, a newer member, or even a veteran member, I just did it in the last class here at noon where we had ring muscle ups. You know, if you have a skill set and you've learned something or you know something, especially as a coach, and you have a little bit of freedom to teach that, I always say the best way to become a teacher or the best way to become the best coach you can possibly be is by learning how to teach others. And then those people can then go off and teach, and that's a great opportunity from a player coaching perspective for our knowledge to get to more members.
Yeah, absolutely. And the player coaching is really cool because, you know, you get to work out alongside those individuals as well and kind of have a more casual experience. And sometimes, especially when the classes get large, if you have a more specific question, it might be hard to feel like, you know, to be able to grab the coach's attention with the player coach there. It's someone that we will be calling them out to. You'll see 2 names listed on the schedule. Someone that you'll know, like, okay, I feel safe and comfortable talking to this person. I know they know what they're talking about, and they'll be able to help me with whatever questions I have.
I felt really good about that today, by the way, with the ring muscle ups. Just being able to teach a small group, and I haven't done it in a while, so it felt good. Speaking of large groups or large classes, what is our coaching / teaching opportunity there that we're going to be using moving forward?
Yeah, so you're talking about co-coaching, right?
Correct.
Yes. So you're going to see at our large classes, specifically that 5:15 p.m. class, very popular time over on the fitness side, we're going to be adding an assistant coach to the schedule. So again, you'll start seeing 2 names on the schedule. And at 5:15 p.m., that person is an official assistant coach. So 2 red shirts out on the floor. And your lead coach will remain the same individual that it usually is. But that assistant coach will be there to kind of walk the room. For those classes that get really big, sometimes you're in the back and you're like, what was just said? That person's there to help clarify instruction for you, to make sure you understand how many reps you're supposed to be going through right now. Again, if you have specific questions about, hey, I can't snatch today because I have this issue, that person's going to help you figure out what to do instead, as an example. So they're just a support for the lead coach and a support for all of you as members.
Yeah, and just to say this out loud, we've kind of accelerated that 2 coaches in a class model. We were intending to wait until January once boot camp was kind of fully transitioned out. We had the group fitness, level method programming, CrossFit class, all the same. However, we noticed a need, strong need. There's classes are just getting bigger, so having 2 coaches in classes sooner than later is super important for to maintain our product and to excel our product. Essentially from that perspective.
Yeah, we want to make sure all of our members feel seen and feel heard. So having 2 coaches in there when you've got a class of 20 people, that's 1 coach per 10 people, which is a really nice balance. So it should make everybody feel like they. We
would always rather err on the side of overcoaching than undercoaching.
Absolutely.
In that realm.
Yeah, and today's the first day we're doing that. Actually, today is
all of November, all of December. Yes. Also, something to be said, we are in a secret cohort that I'm not allowed to talk about, but is based around coaching. It is based around development of staff and building progressions for staff, similar to as an athlete, and working yourself through that progression to become the best coach possible, and having a literal checklist of like, these are the things you need to do to be this level coach. Once you do those, you can move up to another level coach. These are the things you need to do, and we're really pumped about that for 2025 and beyond to put that system into place, and I'm so stoked for that one. Can't say much more on that, but super excited for that one. I have to be vague. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let it say what I said, but I did. Talk to me about yoga.
Yeah, so yoga, this is something we already do, but we are continuing to focus on it into the next year, is regularly. About every 2 quarters, we bring in Teach the Teachers, which is just, we all take time out of our life to teach each other. Our teachers actually have a lot of really amazing skills outside of teaching yoga that complement yoga really well, and they're constantly learning new things. So we will then take some time aside and workshop each other through our skills. So we have one coming up very soon. Kimberly's going to be leading us all through a prenatal yoga teacher training, and actually Leslie's kind of working with her on that as well, which will be really cool. I know I'm really excited about that. It's not something I've delved into before. And as we continue to do trainings outside of what we do here at the studio, we bring that back for the teachers, and that happens very consistently already.
I love that.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to throw out there is, you as an athlete, you as a person watching this as a Myriad member, you also have the agency to learn outside of our space. And one great opportunity CrossFit.com just released, I don't know if you know this, I think I sent you an email, is they just created a CrossFit training YouTube page where they're going to be putting content out there available free to athletes, coaches, members, owners, about the practicum of teaching / coaching in the space of fitness. So they've always put out content, but now it's like, here is one specific platform, one specific space for anyone to go on and find this content for free. So really, really excited about that. So if you're watching this and you've always been like, I'm lost, there's so much stuff everywhere, just go to CrossFit Training's YouTube page, and that'll be a great opportunity for you to learn as well.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, super pumped about that. Thank you for joining us today. Anything to add?
No.
Cool.
Today. Yeah.
Done.
Thank you.